So, I used to have a friend, kind of out of touch with him, and we used to have these discussions because we agreed on a lot of things politically. We're both very lefty, and I don't know. I want to reach out to you guys, see if anybody comments on this video, because it is relevant. It's always relevant to current affairs, and the discussion that would come up eventually after we'd get into these discussions on politics is whether people are, when they get money or fame or power or prestige, which I think is a good word to use for that encompasses everything, if when people get that and they become basically jackasses, or they abuse their power, or they become self-centered or selfish, or they develop some pathology, whether that is, whether the money is actually making them express something that was always there inside of them, or whether the money corrupts. Does power and money corrupt the person, or is there such a thing as people who are on the inside, they're wonderful, so money and power cannot corrupt them, while other people, when they get money and power, they become corrupted? In other words, he would say, oh, person X, celebrity X, turned out to be a jackass, but that's who they always were. That's what he would say. Whereas I would say that the money and power went to that person's head. So I'm interested in your opinion on that, because anarchism teaches me that when you are exposed to prestige, you get too much prestige, you get too much power, too much deference or reverence or whatever, too much money, that's going to pollute you, regardless of who you are. It's just the human condition. That's what I believe. So it's relevant, and I'm just going to make a short video on that to ask you guys. It's always relevant to politics because there's always examples of corruption. And in point of fact, I think that's what happened to Noam Chomsky. I think you could be in a position where you spend your whole life saying good things and doing good things, more or less. But A, you get old, B, you get comfortable, and C, you become a rock star. And I think he was less conceited than a lot of people, but I mean, sooner or later, if it doesn't morally corrupt you, it's going to render you out of touch. And unfortunately, a lot of people are using this situation of Chomsky in the Epstein files to make conclusions that are completely unwarranted, like, okay, he didn't believe in the Me Too movement. That doesn't make him a pedophile. It's just the insanity of things. People are using this as a way to shit on Chomsky so they can shit on anarchism. And that's what's really going on here. But anyway, I'm interested in your opinion. So let me know in the comments. Thank you.